Tech Talk alert. After our latest digital life hack, you're going to hear one of my weekend show's best calls. You don't want to miss it. Is your internet slow? Unless you're smart, your neighbors could be stealing your Wi-Fi. I'm Kim Commando. Stop robocalls, junk texts, online stalking, doxing, scams with Incogni. Incogni works. Get 60% off today at privacykim.com. Wi-Fi theft is surprisingly common. If your network is not secure or you've got a weak password, anyone nearby could just jump on. If you notice your data usage spiking, router lights flashing nonstop, or your connection feels slower than usual, it's time to check. Windows users can download Wireless Network Watcher to see every device on the network. Mac users, try Who's on My Wi-Fi for a similar scan. If you do spot a device name that you don't recognize, it may be a Wi-Fi intruder. But before you assume the worst, remember some of these odd device names could be appliances around the house, like a smart TV, fridge, or even a connected toaster. Again, that's Wireless Network Watcher or Who's on My Wi-Fi. Enter to win an iPhone 16 at winfromkim.com. Hey there, tech lovers and wannabes. Want to stay ahead of the game? You've got to check out my YouTube channel. It's amazing. So many people are loving my new and improved channel. For starters, we've got fresh how-to videos every week, like how to block those super annoying political text messages, let important calls through even in Do Not Disturb mode. And oh boy, watch out for sneaky QR codes that can actually brick your phone. It doesn't stop there. Join me for Kim Commando Today, a fun podcast where we break down the latest tech news and trends. It's like talking tech with a friend, minus all the boring stuff. You'll get the latest tips and tricks to keep you in the know and have a little fun while doing it. Plus, who doesn't love being the tech-savvy one in the crowd? So head to youtube.com/Kim Commando, hit subscribe, and make sure you never miss a new video or podcast. That's youtube.com/Kim Commando. And when you're there, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That's youtube.com/Kim Commando with a K, of course. And I'll see you on the video. As promised, I'm now bringing you a standout call from my weekend show. Shirley in Littleton, Colorado. Hi there, Shirley.
Hi, Kim. Thank you for taking my call. I read your email newsletter daily, and I learn a lot of stuff from that.
That's awesome. Thank you for that.
Yeah. But I've read about your urging us to take down 23andMe DNA accounts. And so my sister and I both have one, and we were a little confused or concerned, like, what exactly are you concerned about by urging us to remove those?
Really good question. 23andMe, they've been around for almost 20 years, right? 18 years now. And, selling genetic testing. And the whole idea is that you can figure out where you were from, right? And maybe, there was something in that family tree that you needed to know. Well, they got hacked, and for 5 months, they didn't even know that they got hacked. Okay, that's number one. Okay. The company has gone from being worth $6 billion to zero. Okay.
Wow.
Okay. When they were hacked, they got the names, the addresses, and the genetic information of sometimes, depending upon what you read, it's 7 million people. Sometimes it's 14 million. Okay. Either one. Not sure which number is right. Here's my problem. Many of the people's genetic information, addresses, everything that was with it, were of Jewish and Chinese heritage. It actually looks like those particular people were targeted, specifically targeted. Okay. 23andMe only realized when they were hacked. Do you know how they figured it out?
No.
When the hackers began advertising the stolen data for sale on the dark web.
Wow. Okay, that is scary.
Okay. That's when they found out. They didn't even know. Had no clue for 5 months. Okay. That's a long time. So now you have to ask yourself a few questions. Okay. Who would be buying this data? Right?
Yeah.
How would they use it? I mean, we have a lot of racist groups here in the United States, don't we?
Yeah.
Okay. We also have a lot of things that are going on in the world right now, too. What if somebody wanted to get your name and address and your DNA information, and then they could cross-reference that with political parties And now yeah, I mean, you can see how you can create these scenarios. Is it Hezbollah? Is it Iran? What's going on? We have this big war in Israel right now. So that's why I want you to get rid of your data. Okay, it's probably already gone to the hackers, but let's not keep it out there any longer than we have to. So that's why I've never been a proponent of doing these DNA tests. Never have been a proponent of doing them, especially in these, under the scenario that it's going to be fun and you're going to learn that you are, I just happen to be Russian Ukrainian and I've got like a schmidgen of I'm from somebody who went to, looks like Syria for the weekend, you know what I mean, type of thing. Had a fun time, okay? So, and that's, it seems innocent. It seems harmless until you start thinking, where is this data really going? And how is it going to be used? And now, how do I know that I have this little bit of pseudonymity? Is that I was part of a Mayo Clinic clinical trial.
Wow.
To do DNA testing after my mother died of pancreatic cancer to see if there were any mutations in my DNA that could show a propensity for anything like that. And of course, along the way, they give you your heritage and then they say, I don't have any heart disease. I don't have any cholesterol. I don't have any DNA mutations for cancer, and they go through all that great stuff, which is really nice to know. It's a good feeling to know, because if there were, then you'd just go have additional testing, maybe have a mammogram every 6 months instead of every year or whatever it may be. So, I think in that case, that's where I think there's more of a benefit for that risk. Okay. When your health is right there on the table versus I'm 2% Irish or whatever it may be. So that's why in the newsletter, I've been kind of beating that drum that if you have done any DNA testing, is that I want you to go in and I want you to delete your records. I want you to delete your files, figure out how to do that. We give the links in the newsletter whenever we mention it. So if you're not already getting our daily newsletter, join 500,000 folks that get it every single day. You can sign up right now over at getkim.com. Once again, that's getkim.com. Shirley, thank you so much for your call today. I do appreciate you getting through. Hey, a huge thank you for streaming with me. Now, if you're puzzled about something techie, I'm your gal. Just find the Email Kim link over at commando.com and let those questions fly away. Now, every email gets my eyeballs, I promise. And keep your digital life in the know. Be sure you sign up for my free newsletter over at getkim.com.